Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello everyone, welcome into Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Missoula Maverick baseball as we jump right into game number 2. And, well, the Mavericks lineup has been depleted due to prom night. That's right, folks, our Missoula Maverick players are able to go to prom, and they will, 10 players have headed off to prom. Zach Hangus is on the mound, and leading off, it is Connor Hunter for the Royals. First pitch is at 4:59, and it is Zach Hangus on the pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. And I've got to dig back up my stats. I did not save the Billings Royals as one of my favorites. So we'll have to dig this one out, and this one's going to be smacked into left field foul, and a good diving catch out there
number 10, Bubba
by Trad Richardson for out number 1. You're going to see things a little bit differently here with 10 players gone. So we'll go ahead and run through the Mavericks order here momentarily. Bubba Bergen is going to be at the plate now. So Connor Hunter will bat first, obviously, as he had the first out of the inning. Bubba Bergen, as we get strike 1, is batting second. He's going to hang out in center field as Hunter is the shortstop. Dan Blanchard is the DH, batting third. Batting fourth is Cole Miller, holding down third base, as Hangus is going to have this one cranked foul for strike 2. Brendan Concepcion will be the catcher for game 2, batting 5th. Batting 6th will be Hayden Yarbrough, the right fielder. Tucker Smith in left field, batting 7th, as this pitch gets away to make it ball 1. Brendan Miller will bat 8th. He's the first baseman, and the second baseman, Aiden Montez, will bat 9th. The pitcher, Eli McCoy. And a strikeout for out number 2. And Zach Hangus, coming up from the A squad this year, he has been fun to watch, and he's worked himself up there in my order towards the top. My order not always meaning anything, but he's pitching very well. So that puts Dan Blanchard, the DH, in the box with 1-0. So prom night and graduation has depleted both parents and players. So looking at the Mavericks lineup, there's 9 positions on the field and 10 players for the Mavericks to go to. Leading off, it'll be Bridger Johnson hanging out in center field, as Hangus will have the 2-0. And this one will be popped out over second. And the shortstop will put it in the glove, and that's the side. So we'll go ahead and do the Maverick lineup right after this, as it's 1, 2, 3. You're listening to Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash. On reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to Lindbergh Craig Field. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we have game 2 of our doubleheader. Missoula Mavericks and Billings Royals. Royals getting game 1, 14-3. And now we go to the bottom of the first where the Mavericks will have their chance to bat. Lineup for the Mavericks leading off will be Bridger Johnson in center field. Drew Stensrud will hold down first base, batting second. Batting third, it'll be Trad Richardson. He's going to be all the way out in left field since Sam Busey is gone for prom. Charlie Kurgan is the third baseman. Stuart Long will stay at shortstop. Andrew Clausen is the catcher, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Zach Hangus. He is the pitcher. Dayton Bay will bat eighth, taking over second. And Henry Felker will be out in right field. And the first pitch by Eli McCoy will be a ball. So that is your starting lineups. And the 10th player, if you're wondering, well, that'd be Kellen Feely. A swing for strike one. And Kellen Feely, what a special young man that is. And he has the pleasure of having his dad be one of the coaches with this Mavericks program, as it's floated in for ball two. Our officials behind the plate, Darren Badeau and Maxie Cannon Jr. in the field. Pitch thrown is a ball, so we move to 3-1 now to Johnson. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle. And this one smacked right past the third baseman. Johnson will load up onto the bases to lead things off for the Mavericks.
The first baseman, number 5, Drew Stensrud.
Brings us to Drew Stensrud. Stensrud will settle in with one on and nobody out. Be interesting to see how this game goes with a limited lineup for the Mavericks, as Stensrud will dribble this one out. Shortstop will have the throw to second, down the line to first, and the double play will not be turned as Miller at first cannot get it, and they'll have Stensrud with a high throw, and that one was dangerous. Stensrud will stand at second with one out.
The left fielder, number 13, Trad Richardson.
Brings us to Trad Richardson now, the left fielder. Richardson normally hangs out at third. Had some time on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound in that last game, his first appearance on the mound this year. And this one will bounce down, gets past the third baseman. Shortstop can't get it either. It'll dribble out into left field, and the Mavericks will have runners on the corners with one out. Takes us to Charlie Kurgan.
Third baseman, number 22, Charlie Kurgan.
He is the third baseman, taking over for Richardson since he's hanging out in left field. So McCoy will deal. And a base by Richardson. He'll be tagged. No, not able to hold on to it as the second baseman. And back safe at third is Stensrud. So the Mavericks will have runners at second and third as Trad Richardson will have the successful stolen base. And 1-0 on the count. And Kurgan's going to take this one deep into center field. It's in the glove. Runners will tag at third, and Stensrud will earn the first run of the game off the sac fly. Stuart Long now to the plate.
The shortstop, number 2, Stuart Long.
Long to settle in with Richardson at second. Outside pitch will get us ball 1. And a wild pitch will get Richardson to third. And we go even on the count at 1. Still a good crowd here at Lindbergh Craig Field. The clouds have come in, but the wind has died down, and it's turning out to be a beautiful evening here in Missoula. As Stuart Long will swing to make it 1-2 on the count. 2 down. Richardson at third, and 1 run earned. Andrew Clausen stands in the on-deck circle. And we get a ball pitch to make it even at 2. The pitch now. And Long will bounce it down the third base line. It's going to stay fair as it gets past the third baseman and rolls deep into left field. Long will make his way to second and stand up as Richardson will earn a run. And just as they did in the first game, the Mavericks will have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
The catcher, number 14, Andrew Clausen.
Takes us to Andrew Clausen, the catcher for the Mavericks. And an inside pitch for ball 1. So the Mavericks lineup depleted due to Prom. That pesky Prom. It's always funny every year too when I hear when the boys ask, and Clausen's going to have the hole here, and they're going to go ahead and bring Long around. The throw home is made, and Stuart Long will slide in, and they're going to punch him out. That will end the side. Mavericks will earn 2 runs, and we go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Take a look at the Halo logo around home plate. Sponsored by Bob Wards and D.A. Davidson.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field as Mavericks have Game 2 of their doubleheader against the Royals. Royals picked up the win in Game 1, 14-3. And we go to the top of the second inning, and it's Cole Miller to lead things off for the Royals. So it'll be Miller, Concepcion, and Yarbrough up for the Royals. Here's Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for ball 1. Pitch on the way. And this one's going to take a ride into center field. Chasing it down deep is Johnson. That's going to bring the runner around second, and he'll touch second as the throw is made in, and a stand-up triple for Miller to start things off.
The catcher, number 11, Brendan Concepcion.
Takes us to Brendan Concepcion, who is the catcher. Cole Miller, the catcher in the game one. Angus ready on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And this one's popped high into center field. Johnson will be there. The tag is made at third as the throw is brought in, and the Royals will jump on the board to make it 2-1 off the sac fly.
The right fielder, number 5, Hayden Yarbrough.
And that'll clear the bases with one out. And Hayden Yarbrough will come to the plate, the right fielder. And that's a name I've been wanting to announce for a long time, Yarbrough. As the first pitch comes in as a ball from Angus. Here's the 1-0 by Angus. Off the grips of the bat. Foul for strike one. So the Royals in the first game, they would get 14 runs off of 14 hits and commit one error. As a foul tip will get us to strike two. Mavericks would earn their 3 runs off of 5 hits but commit 7 errors. And that is what will do you in. And Coach Hathaway, that'll upset him right quick. Tucker Smith in the on-deck circle for Billings as this one's going to be bounced out, picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first is off target. That will send Yarbrough to second, and the throw to second is off target. So that brings us to the left fielder, Tucker Smith.
Number 3, Tucker Smith.
So with one out and a runner at second, it's Tucker Smith. And the first pitch to the lefty will be over the plate for strike one. I don't have his stats on left-handed batters in particular, but the 4 innings that I've seen Angus pitch, as this one comes in high, he has been successful against the lefties. And they're going to call a balk. So no pitch. Makes it 0-1 on the count. Over the plate for strike two. 1 out and a runner at third. 1 run earned so far for the Royals here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch by Angus. And it's low for a ball. Darren Badeau is our plate umpire, and was joking around with him before the first game to make sure, with these plate umpires, we want to know what's going on up here in the booth. And a reach will be a strikeout for out number 2. So Angus puts a K up on the board.
Brendan Miller.
And we come to Brendan Miller, the first baseman. But I asked Badeau, I said, so how is your strike? I said, when you call a strike, are we going to be able to hear it? He goes, oh, well, it's not really so much as a word as it is a guttural sound, as this one's fouled off for strike one. I said, what about the hand signal? He goes, oh, I'm going to have that nice and wide so you guys can hear it or see it. And I said, well, what about your strikeout? He goes, well, I don't have the phone book tear, but I do pull the chainsaw real hard. And Miller is going to send this one into center field. Johnson will put it in the glove, and that's the side. So one earned, one left behind. And we go to the bottom of the second, 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Paradise Falls is the official.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And leading off the inning will be the pitcher for the Mavericks, Zach Hangus. It's Eli McCoy on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and his first pitch will be just outside for ball one. So bottom of the order for the Mavericks here, 7, 8, 9, Hangus, Bay, and Felker. And this one will be inside for ball two. McCoy with the pitch. And Hangus is going to take this one into the gap in left field. And Zach Hangus will jump on the bases for the Mavericks as Dayton Bay will come to the plate. Runner at first with no outs. Here's the pitch by McCoy. A bunt laid down. Good bunt by Bay. The throw to first will be there, and the sack bunt does its job as Hangus now stands at second.
Henry Felker.
Takes us to the bottom of the order for Missoula. Henry Felker, the right fielder. One out. Hangus at second. Here's the pitch by McCoy. And Concepcion having a hard time holding on to it. It'll be a 1-0 on the count. Mavericks looking to stay ahead here. Short-handed as they've only got 10 players. And a swing for Felker. For strike one. He wears that Spencer Shock number 21. It's kind of strange because we didn't have anybody wear 21 last year. So my last reference is this one's fouled off. Strike two is Spencer Shock. And, well, they're not quite the same body size. I'm sure that Felker will get there. Here's the pitch now by McCoy. And Felker will take this one foul down the third base line. Stays live at 1-2. We are down Bridger Johnson as well, but he is out sick, so he won't be part of the lineup. Here's the pitch by McCoy, and this one's going to be rocketed into left field. It's high, it's deep, it's back, and it's in the glove for out number two. Great job out there in left field by Tucker Smith to get that one at the warning track. 2 outs now with Hangus at second. And that swings us to the top of the order to Bridger Johnson. Not Bridger Johnson, that's who I said first. Caden Johnson. And that's who I was thinking of, number 17. As we get strike one to Bridger. And a foul ball down the third base line will take us to strike two. 0-2 on the count, bottom of the second. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Got Zach Hangus out at second. And this will bounce out. Shortstop will get it on the hop, rocket it over to first, and Miller will have his foot down. That'll be the side. So Hangus gets on, but he's left behind, and we go to the top of the third. Right after this on the Missoula Top Prep Sports Network.
Are proud sponsors of Maverick Baseball.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craigfield as Missoula Mavericks have the Billings Royals up for our second game on our doubleheader. And it's the bottom of the order to start the inning off for the Royals, Aiden Montez, the second baseman. Zach Hangus is on the mound. And the first pitch will be a strike for Hangus. This one's punched out into center field, and it's in the glove for out number one.
Number 6, Connor Hunter.
Swings us back to the top of the order to Connor Hunter. One out, nobody on. Top of the third. Hangus with the stretch. And a foul ball for strike one. Hunter with a little dirt in his hands as this pitch is short of the plate for ball one. Even on the count at one as we foul off for strike two. One out, nobody on. Here's the pitch by Hangus and a foul ball down the first base line. Out of play for Stensrud. Keeps the batter alive at 1-2. And a pitch takes us to an even count at 2 for Hunter. It's Bubba Bergen in the on-deck circle, and there is the chainsaw pull by Badeau for the strikeout.
Number 10, Bubba Bergen.
So Bubba Bergen will come up, and before the game when we were going over lineups, this is a young man that has a name that I hope he makes it further in Sports because Bubba Bergen, that is a perfect sports name. Here's the first pitch by Hangus, low for a ball. Clausen not able to hold on to it, gets us ball 2. And the little bugs have come out. Low pitch. Ball 3 to Bergen. And a strike. Nope, they're going to say ball 3. I thought I heard a bark for strike, but it is ball 3. And this one's dinged out into right field and a glove on it. That's the side. So the Mavericks hold them off. 1-2-3 once again, and we go to the bottom of the third. Mavericks lead 2-1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
In a situation where you need a lawyer, give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN. If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.fivevalleyAutosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Mavericks lead 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as Drew Stensrud, the first baseman, will lead off the inning for the Mavericks. McCoy with his first pitch, and Concepcion will have to keep it in front of him for ball 1. And outside pitch over the plate will even us out at 1. Pitch on the way. Stensrud thought about it, but let it go by for ball 2. And you can go to the Missoula Mavericks Facebook page, as they had a great post about their seniors. As Stensrud will swing this one into the gap, and a great job by the right fielder, Yarbrough with the catch.
Number 13, Brad Richardson.
So with 1 out, we go to Trad Richardson. McCoy now with the 0-1. Man, Richardson will foul this one off for strike 2. So 0-2 to Richardson, who's hanging out in left field today. Pitch on the way. And Richardson will have this one bounce out, picked up by the third baseman, rocketed over first, and Miller with a good reach out there for out number 2.
Number 22, Charlie Kurgan.
Cole Miller with a great job over at first today for these Royals. As we come to Charlie Kurgan, the third baseman. Pitch over the plate for strike 1. So it'll be the 3-4-5 batters for the Royals in the top of the 4th. As Kurgan's going to send this one to center field, and a diving catch will end the side by Bergen. Mavericks go 1-2-3.
No hits, no one left on base.
Top of the 4th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Which will televise select Maverick games this season, including today's doubleheader.
Montana Strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana Strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 4th inning, and there we go. Now we've got the streaming going. I apologize for those watching in on the stream. Leading off the inning, it is Dan Blanchard for the Royals. Had a little drop in the internet service, so I apologize to those watching on the stream as we go even on the count at 1 to Blanchard. Top of the 3rd. And we go 1-2 on the count. Zach Angus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And this one's into center field. Coming over, the left fielder will put it in the glove, and that will retire the leadoff batter on the inning.
Number 7, Cole Miller.
So we have Cole Miller at the plate now for the Royals, the third baseman. Miller, as I mentioned, third base. He was the catcher in the first game. Did a great job behind the plate. As he'll take this one off the grip, picked up by the third baseman, over to first, and Stensrud can't get to it as it's off the target, and that will send Miller to second. So very quickly, Brendan Concepcion, the catcher, comes to the plate. Concepcion will settle in, and Hangus will have the pitch. And Concepcion's going to foul this one off. Stensrud thinks he can get to it, and he will. And that'll be out number 2. Good job by Stensrud coming off of the first baseline.
Number 5, Hayden
and putting that in the glove in foul territory. Hayden Yarbrough, the right fielder, comes to the plate now for the Royals. Hangus looks in for the pitch. And it'll be inside for ball 1. 2 down with a runner at second here in the top of the 4th inning, scheduled for 7. Mavericks looking to go even today with the Royals, and that has been the way of the doubleheaders for the Mavericks this year as we get ball 2. They have split all of their doubleheaders, 3 and 5 now after the loss to the Royals in the first game here. So the Mavericks looking to see if they can make this even shorthanded. This one's into left field, and it's in the glove of Richardson, and that's the side. So one left behind for the Royals, and the Mavericks hold on 2-1. They'll get to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
You recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer. Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the Mavericks portion of the 4th inning. Chris Stratton here for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Lindbergh Craig Field. Missoula Mavericks up on the Billings Royals 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And it's Stuart Long to lead off, and this one's going to get between the legs of Concepcion for ball 1. Inside pitch will get us ball 2. And that handsome man you see coming up the stairs, that would be Mark Richardson. Trad Richardson's pops. Outside pitch to go 3-0. So it's the 5, 6, 7 batters, Long, Clausen, and Hangus for the Mavericks here in the 4th. Here's McCoy with the 3-0. And Long will be walked to start the inning. Takes us to Andrew Clausen,
Number 14,
who was
Andrew
the
Clausen.
final out in the first inning. His second at-bat. Clausen, the catcher. And they'll throw to first, and Long will just stand back up over there. Turned out to be a gorgeous night here at the ballpark. A little bit of cloud cover, slight bit of wind, but you couldn't ask for a more beautiful evening. Here's the pitch, and Clausen will find the hole and put himself on. Long's going to make his way around second. The throw is made, and Stuart Long will slide into third as the left fielder, Tucker Smith, bobbled. And the Mavericks will have runners at second and third with no outs. And here comes Zach Hangus, the pitcher. And Cole Miller, or not Cole, Brendan Miller will go in and have some encouraging words for McCoy. And McCoy will bring it inside for ball 1. Mavericks will have these Royals tomorrow. First pitch of the doubleheader will be at noon. Second game 20 minutes after that. And then it's a home game on Wednesday night under the lights here at Lindbergh Craig Field. First one of the year, as this one's sent foul by Hangus for strike 1. Out of play. Wednesday night was a lot of fun under the lights in Helena. I can't wait for Lindbergh Craig Field under the lights. I don't think there's a more beautiful place to watch night baseball in the state than here at Lindbergh Craig Field. Blue Mountain in the background, in the backdrop, snow on the low peak as Hangus will swing for strike 2. Did have contact. But whoever put the design to have the Legion baseball field out here knew what they were doing, and Hangus is going to have a pass ball. They'll throw to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Number 1, Dayton Bay.
So we come to Dayton Bay, the second baseman for the Mavericks in Game 2. Bay was over at shortstop in that first game. Stuart Long over there now. Here's the pitch by McCoy. Runners at second and third. And Bay is going to put this one in left field high in the glove. The tag. And Stuart Long will put a run on the board for the Mavericks to make it 3-1 on the sac fly. 2 outs now with a runner at second. And that brings up the bottom of the order, Henry Felker. Felker now waits for his first pitch. It'll be low for ball 1. Foot on the rubber for McCoy. Left-handed pitcher. And he'll be a high for ball 2. Andrew Clausen stands at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, scheduled for 7. And we were humming along pretty good in that first game through the first 4 innings. And then we had a balk call that was put into question as this one's fouled back to get us to strike 1. And that kind of slowed things down after that. Game 2 plugging along very quickly. As this one's put straight up in the air, and Concepcion was looking for it. It'll be strike 2 as neither him or Miller can come into it, and that one's just shot straight up in the air. And Felker will get to try again at 2-2. DeBow gives us our count. Badeau. I said that backwards. Here's the 2-2. And the chainsaw will get us out on the inning. So we're going to go ahead and head to the top of the 5th with the Mavericks leading 3-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
You can compost your leftover hot dogs, french fries, burgers, and even your...
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Top of the 5th inning. Mavericks lead 3-1 over the Billings Royals. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craig Field for the second game of our doubleheader. We'll be right back here tomorrow for a doubleheader with these Royals and Mavericks. Leading off the inning will be the left-handed batter of Tucker Smith, who's also hanging out in left field. He'll swing for strike 1. Zach Hangus is your man on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. Here's the 0-1. And a low pitch will even us out. Limited numbers in game 2 as Prom 2019 has struck. A swing for strike 2. So 10 players have excused themselves, as we'll say, and a strikeout for Hangus for out number 1 on the inning.
20, Brendan Miller.
Brings us to Brendan Miller, the first baseman. Miller's second at bat. And he's going to go ahead and roll this one out. Picked up by the third baseman. The throw to first is on target, and that'll be out number 2. Good job by Kurgan over there to pick the roller up and get it over. And we drop to the bottom of the order. Aiden Montez. Angus with the pitch to Montez, and he's going to strike this one out into right field. It'll be in the glove, and that's the side. So 1, 2, 3 for the Royals in the 5th. Mavericks will have their chance to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Missoula Mavericks lead 3-1 on the Fast Trip Comical scoreboard over the Billings Royals. Game 2 of 4 that's going to happen this weekend between Billings and Missoula, the Royals and the Mavericks. And for the Mavericks, it's the top of the order to start things off. And Bridger Johnson, who has had some good play out there in center field. So Johnson will get ready. It's Eli McCoy on the Five Valley pitcher's mound for the Royals, as Johnson makes his way to the plate.
Bridger Johnson.
For McCoy, and I'm going to have to refresh because my game changer is telling me, and that sent me to tomorrow's game. As this one's rolled out, shortstop will have it on the fringe. The throw to first is there, and Miller not able to hold on to it. Bridger Johnson will get on. Here's Drew Stensrud now, the first baseman with one on. And an error scored.
Number 5, Drew.
To the Royals. So let's see if we can figure out which game we're actually watching here, as I punched through too far.
Good luck.
And a 1-0 to Stensrud. So for McCoy, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, 2 strikeouts, and a walk on 53 pitches. And this one's going to bounce out and gets by the second baseman. They're going to go ahead and send the runner around, and Johnson will stand at third. And an error scored to the Royals. We'll put runners on the corners. Brings us to Trad Richardson.
Number 13, Trad Richardson.
And it looks as though we have, should be Kellen Feely warming up in the bullpen for the Mavericks. Here's Richardson. He's going to crank this one into the gap, and it'll have eyes. It'll bounce. That'll bring Johnson home, as Stensrud crowns the corner at third, and Richardson will have an RBI off the double. 4-1 Mavericks.
Number 22,
Charlie Kurgan now for the Mavericks, with Stensrud at third, and Richardson at second, and no outs on the board. Here's the pitch. And it's a swing for strike one. Here's the pitch by McCoy. And we'll get ball one, so an even count for Kurgan. Kurgan with limited play so far this season, as Coach Hathaway has been trying to feel where everybody is going to go. And this one's sliced. Good curve off the bat, but it's going to be in the glove of Bergen in center field. The tag at third, and Stensrud will earn the 5th run of the game for the Mavericks on the sac fly.
Number 2, Stuart Long.
Stuart Long, the shortstop, at the plate now for the Mavericks. (5-1) on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks in charge. Here's McCoy. Inside for a ball. So as we get to the bottom of the 5th here, 5 1/3, and it is Feely. I've been confirmed, and a check swing will actually send this into center field. They're waving around Richardson. He's got the run, and the throw will not be in time. Trad Richardson will earn a run while Long stands up at second, and the Mavericks take a 6-1 lead over the Royals. Andrew Clausen, the catcher, at the plate now for the Mavericks. McCoy battling it out here. No action in the bullpen for the Royals, so it looks as though they're going to let McCoy battle this one out as Kellen Feely is in the Maverick bullpen. (1-0) on the count to Clausen, who had a sweet shot on a single. This one's going to be punched up in the air, though, into the gap down left field, and that'll be out number 2. The runner at second will hold.
Number 20, Zach Hangus.
Takes us to Zach Hangus now, the pitcher. And with limited numbers and no DH, Feely coming in, he'll take over for Hangus in that number 7 spot in the order. Here's the pitch by McCoy, and he'll step off, forcing Long back to second, and this 5th inning has been a big inning for the Mavericks. 2 outs on the board, and this one's over the third baseman's head. It's going to roll deep down the left base line. Long's around the corner. Hangus is at second, and the Mavericks earn a run on the double as Hangus will switch spots with Long.
Number 1, Dayton Bay.
Takes us to Dayton Bay now, the second baseman, with 2 outs and a runner at second. And the infield for the Royals will come together to meet. You know, folks, a lot of you are on the go, and a lot of you like to stay fit. I know it's getting nice out there, but the place to be when you're on the workout is Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana with 6 locations throughout the state of Montana, including 1 in Coeur d'Alene. You can get your fuel on when you're on the go. Check them out online at www.clubfitness.com for a location near you. Fuel Fitness is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. And the first pitch to Bay will be over the plate for strike 1. Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana. So 0-1 on the count, 2 outs, and a runner at second, and Zach Hangus. Here's the pitch by McCoy, and it'll be outside to give us an even count. Henry Felker in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch. And we go 2-1 now. McCoy with the stretch. And a foul ball will even us out at 2 down the third base line. And it looks like Miles Community College will move on into the semifinals after a win over BSC. So James Martin's Pioneers will move on, and Bay with a little hopper. They're going to get the ball, will not make it, and they're going to bring Hangus down the line, and Hangus will score off the error at third. 8-1 Mavericks. Bottom of the fifth. 5 runs earned here in the fifth inning for the Mavericks, and that takes us to the bottom of the order. So the Miles Community College participating in the 2019 Mondac Conference Baseball Tournament, as this one's punched straight up in the air over second. Right fielder will come in, puts it in the glove. So 5 earned, 1 left behind, and the Mavericks lead 8-1 going into the top of the 6th. You're listening to Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Locally owned Paradise Falls is a place for friends and family to enjoy good food and good times. With a diverse menu and a fun atmosphere that includes nearly 30 TVs showing every sport imaginable, Paradise Falls is sure to have something for everyone.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Lindbergh Craigfield for Game 2 of our doubleheader with the Royals, and the Mavericks lead 8-1 over the Royals. As we come to the top of the order to start the inning, Connor Hunter, the shortstop. Zach Hangus still on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We did see Kellen Feely in warming up, and something I've kind of wondered about throughout the beginning of the season is whether Feely would become a closer for the Mavericks, as this one's punched out into center field, and it's in the glove for out number 1.
Number 10, Bubba Bergen.
Takes us to Bubba Bergen. Bergen will come in, and we've been joined by Terad, Richardson's dad, Mark. And it's strike 1 to Hangus, and Hangus putting on a good show here. And this one will bounce in front of the plate for ball 1, and this is what I've been kind of waiting for with Hangus this year. Watching him perform in the limited app. And this one is off the bat into left field, and Richardson's back there, and that's going to bounce off the warning track. It's up against the wall. Richardson with the throw, as Bergen will stand up at second. Good shot for Bergen. It's hard to hit the ball out of here, as we're at 340 down the first and third base lines and 410 to the gaps in both right and left field. And Dan Blanchard will come up with 1 out and 1 on. I have seen a few make it over the fence. It's usually out there in left field up over that Stockman Bank sign, as this one's going to be down the third base line, cannot get to it. They'll wave around Bergen from second. Richardson will pick it up, and the throw to second, they say safe. What a throw by Richardson. He was a good 8 feet over the line into foul territory when he made that throw
Number
deep.
7, Cole Miller.
And it was just ahead of the runner.
Nice try, Charlie.
So now it's Cole Miller, the third baseman, with 1 out and 1 on. A run earned here for the Royals to make it 8-2. And this one shoots straight up off the bat. Clausen's digging for it. It's going to be just out of play, though. Strike one. And it looks as though as Coach Jakowski's boys are going to get a treat from the concession stand. 1-1 on the count now for Cole Miller. Concepcion is in the on-deck circle. 1 out, 1 on. And this one's down the third base line, foul for strike 2. Charlie Kurgan over there in the third base spot, while Trad Richardson's hanging out in left field for game 2. Hengis with the stretch. And a reach, but no commitment on the check swing, and we get an even count at 2. And Hengis has done a good job. He's only got 57 pitches in his 6 innings. Well, 5 1/3. And that'll roll. Kurgan gets it in the glove. The throw to first is on target, and that'll be out number 2. Great job, Kurgan to Stensrud.
Number 11, Brendan Concepcion.
Takes us to the catcher, number 11, Brendan Concepcion. Two down with a runner at second. The Mavericks will have the top of their order to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning as we get ball 1 by Hengis. We did see Feely in the Mavericks bullpen warming up. Here's the pitch. And that'll be foul for strike 1. And that came down right on that powdered white line. So it's 1-1 on the count with 2 outs. For Concepcion, 0 for 1, but he does have an RBI today. Here's the pitch by Hengis. Foul, and this will be out of play. Gives us strike 2. So 1-2 on the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Okay, Hengis still waiting for the sign. Now gets it. Now the stretch. And we'll have a ball, but Clausen keeps it in front of him to make it even at 2. Six innings played in an hour and 7 minutes. This one will bounce out. Shortstop's got it. The rocket to first, and Stensrud's got a hop for it. It's going to get over his head. That'll bring the runner down the line from third. And the Royals will have a run off the air.
Number 5, Hayden Yarbrough.
So we come to Hayden Yarbrough, the right fielder. And they're actually going to send Concepcion back to second base. Oh, okay. He was at second. He just brought his guard down to the coach. A swing for strike one by Yarbrough. Hangus gets a sign from Clausen. Here's the 0-1. And it's high for ball one. For Yarbrough today, he's 1 for 2. And an inside pitch over the plate will get a strike 2. Runner at second takes his lead. 2 outs on the board. Here's the 1-2 by Hangus. And it's going to be out to the shortstop, picked up. This time the throw is low but on target, and that's the side. So 2 runs earned for the Royals to make it 8-3, and the Mavericks will have a chance to bat right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Collection for helping the Mavs go green. Compost your food and vapor products in one of the 3 large green bins around the stadium.
Mom, we don't know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mavericks lead 8-3 over the Billings Royals, reigning state AA Montana Alberta champions. For the Mavericks, it's the top of the order. Bridger Johnson, Drew Stensrud, and Trad Richardson. Mavericks with an 8-3 lead on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and we do have a change for the Royals as Brady Yearn has come in to stand on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. So Bridger Johnson at the plate for the 4th time today. Johnson is 1 for 3 with a run. Let's see what he can do to start things off here in the 6th. And Yearn with his first pitch. Johnson's going to take it for a ride down the third base line on the bounce. The throw is there and safe as Miller was not able to keep his foot on the bag. And the Mavericks will load a runner on to start the 6th inning. Brings us to Drew Stensrud. Stensrud to settle in. And he'll hit this one off the grips. It's going to be foul as it came off the bat right onto the plate. For Stensrud, he is 0 for 3 but has 2 runs earned on the game. Here's the pitch to Stensrud. And they'll throw down the first base line. It's over Miller's head. That'll send Johnson and the right fielder not able to hold on to it. And Johnson will stand at second now. An 0-2 count on the board to Stensrud. Mavericks with 8 runs off of 9 hits, 3 errors. But there's a big 7 in the error, and this one's going to come off of Stensrud's shoulder. He turns around and tells DeBow he's all right, and the Mavericks will have runners at first and second off the HBP.
Number 13, Brad Richardson.
And the Billings manager comes out to ask if it actually hit him. So we get set for Trad Richardson to bat now.
Go, Trad. Hit some hard, bud.
Here we go, Trad.
With 2 on and no outs. And Yearn is going to step off the rubber. Here's the pitch. And that one is inside on Richardson for ball 1, and you could see his sleeves on his jersey shuffle in the motion as the ball came by. And Yearn will step off once again.
And let's go, Trad.
Johnson playing games out there at second, and
Hit some hard.
the game within the game is always fun to watch. You get the runners on base and the things that some of these guys do to break the concentration of the batter. A high pitch will make it ball 2.
Let's go, big boy.
Richardson, a student of Frenchtown, representing Frenchtown. Here's the 2-0. And Richardson, a catch and now a tag to get Johnson out at second. The double play is turned by the shortstop, all by himself.
Number 22, Charlie Kurgan.
So Charlie Kurgan will come up with a runner at first, and that was a great hop by Hunter to pull that one down, and then he would win the race back to the bag for out number 2. So here's Kurgan. He's going to have this one. This one's good into center field, and Stensrud will make the corner and stand up at third. Kurgan will be at second, and the Mavericks with 2 outs will have a threat 90 feet away.
Number 2, Stuart Long.
And Stuart Long comes to the plate for the 4th time today. Long 1 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs. He's been walked once. And a low pitch by Yearn will be ball 1. Yearn nods his head. Runners step away from their bases, and an outside pitch will go ball 2. And the Royals letting Yearn go here. And this one is going to get over the shortstop's head. Stensrud is home, and now as the ball rolls deep, Long will make the corner at second. He looks on as the throw is made. He'll slide in just ahead, and the triple will earn 2 runs for the Mavericks with 2 outs. And it's 10-3. Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We go to Andrew Clausen now, the catcher, with a runner at third and 2 outs. Mavericks turning the tables here in game 2. And an inside pitch for ball 1 to Clausen. Clausen has had a good day, 2 for 3 at the plate. Here's the 1-0 by Yearn, and this one's going to bounce out. Shortstop should have it on the hop. He will. The throw to first, and Miller will have it, and that will end the side. So the Mavericks will earn 2, and they will have one left behind. It's 10-3. We'll be back with the top of the 7th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
To upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Know how you do it. Let's face it, the job of being a mom is so many jobs all rolled into one. You're a teacher, a cook, a housekeeper, a seamstress, a chauffeur, a motivational speaker, and even a warden. To do everything you do takes, well, a little magic. Magic Touch Car Wash wants to do a little something for you to say thank you. On Mother's Day, all moms get a free car wash. It's the least we can do to say thank you. A free car wash for all moms. This Mother's Day only. Thank you, moms, from Magic Touch Car Wash on Reserve next to Fast Trip.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the top of the 7th, where it's all or nothing for the Billings Royals, down 10-3. And it'll be Tucker Smith, the left fielder, to lead things off. Zach Angus still throwing balls, and his first one will be over the plate for strike 1. So it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters, Tucker Smith, Brendan Miller, and Aiden Montez as we get ball 1. And the Mavericks playing well with limited numbers, as this one will have contact but fouled straight back for strike 2. Angus with the stretch now. And a swing for a strikeout for out number 1. Brendan Miller now.
Number 20, Brendan Miller.
The first baseman, and I've been impressed with him over there at first. He has had some great plays, having to stretch out to make the catch, and he has been fun to watch over there. Here's Angus now. And Miller will bounce this one foul. First base coach tried to get it, but could not palm it. And it'll be strike 1. Time is called as Miller steps out, and him and DeBow have a brief conversation before he steps back in. Pitch on the way, and this one will be fouled off for strike 2. Angus with some great control today, and I've been looking forward to him standing tall on the mound through a consecutive set of innings, and he has just done phenomenal this afternoon. High pitch for a ball for Angus as we look at his stats. In 6 1/3 innings, 3 runs off of 4 hits. 2 of those runs earned, struck out 5, and no walks. This one will foul off of Clausen, as DeBow is going to take this one right out to him. 74 total pitches for Angus today, and coming up from the A squad last year to the AA this year. Now Miller gets a good crack on it. It's into left field. Richardson will charge up on it. Slides, puts it in the glove, and that's out number 2. So the senior coming up big in game 2, leading these players. And we come to the bottom of the order for the Royals, Aiden Montez. Mavericks lead 10-3 with 2 outs on the board, and they are on their way to splitting a doubleheader once again. Swing for strike 1. Montez 0 for 2. This one's going to be a roller out to the third baseman. He'll have it in the dirt. The throw to first is there. That's game. Mavericks get the win. 10-3 to split with the Royals on the weekend. Mavericks will get the win 10-3 in game 2. Royals take game 1 14-3. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon for a first pitch between the Royals and the Mavericks. Have a great rest of your evening, folks.
Especially our friends from Billings. So please, drive safely on your way home. Good night. First pitch.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.